Close enough. Good morning. Hail Marys. Carlos Coelho, Paulo Coelho, Larry Chang. Hail Marys on day 18 of the 26 days of OpenAI. Let me start over. Not all the way. Hashtag 26 days. You too. Join. Put it in the chat. Hit the like button. Subscribe to your future self via day 18, which is hashtag 26 days of Grok 4 ducking bankruptcy. So we changed for middle six figures. You see, OpenAI itself is actually gonna go bankrupt or ask for a Hail Mary, which is asking the government to be sugar daddy. True story, the CFO of OpenAI, after day 5 of 26 days of OpenAI ducking BK, the CFO asked the government, hey, government, will you be my sugar daddy in case I don't pay back my loan? You can't make it up. I have been taking notes. Today's day is called Hail Marys in default, while OpenAI openly Hail Married the government to be the sugar daddy. Sugar daddy is causing you to go bankrupt. That's day number 15, Saturday. Today is Tuesday, day 18, default Hail Marys. See, what happens when the economy is wonky is we get specific. And while it doesn't seem incredibly significant that you're saying 26 days of Grok 4 ducking BK, good job. Oh, no. You're using a hashtag wrong. So this is also Hail Mary hashtag, where you're not going to use a hashtag incorrectly 50% of the time. We're 100% true while sometimes being funny. We're 100% accurate with our hashtags while 70 to 95% of the time profitable. And that's the structure of day 18. Are you mentally just always trying to throw a Hail Mary? Are you mentally checked out because we all hate when government decides to be sugar daddy to chosen companies? That's centralized. That's government is my sugar daddy. That's my sugar daddy is causing the country to go bankrupt. Hopeless. When people feel hopeless because the game is difficult, they start to bet on sports more. That's not a good thing. Gabby P says, what's up? What's up is we're hanging out on Tuesday. That's what's up. We're talking about Hail Marys. What do people do when they're feeling hopeless? Hopeless people that are also hapless, they buy lottery tickets. Why? Because it's a mental escape. It's a vacation. Kind of like this video. It's super fun. It's super funny. It's the opposite of hopeless. It's the apotaco of hopeless. And I call it day 18 of hashtag 26 days of Grok 4 ducking BK. You might say, hey, tomorrow there's no school. What you also could say is, we're in school right now. We're in school right now. We're in school right now. After your 2-minute timeout, come back better because hopeless. So I FAFO'd. See? You don't have to feel hopeless and just say random stuff. FAFO. Fuck around and find out. Hopeless. I'm going to YOLO. You only live once. When you say YOLO, you're saying it incorrectly because people say it like this. Oh, GameStop. I'm going to YOLO my way in. AMC. Cool. I'm going to YOLO all my chips to the middle of the table. Genius. Roger Hamilton's company. I'm going to YOLO in. By saying YOLO, you're throwing a Hail Mary. You're throwing a Hail Mary, and that's not necessarily good because you're going from having default not a lot of hope and then forcing a future default because who buys lottery tickets? That's YOLO your way into a lottery ticket. That's YOLO explained. So we can also be in default by being too macro, by asking ourselves, hey, are AI stocks overvalued? Or we can get away from macro and get both macro and micro, because I'm going to say this answer to your question for the 713th time, but maybe to you, Dwight, you've only heard it 70 times, which is hashtag 26 days of Grok 4 ducking BK. Because I already predicted the questions that are going to be asked. That's how you are also going to make money. You're going to predict what questions are to be asked because people all ask the same questions. Are AI stocks overvalued? The answer to that would be day 5, hashtag 23 days of OpenAI ducking BK. Hey Larry, are those two different hashtags? Well, refer to your map. Well, refer to your teacher's guide, all the answers to this video. Because instead of throwing Hail Marys, look at my videos as a teacher's guide. What's a teacher's guide? You see, there's a textbook, and there's a teacher's guide. You see, if you don't have a teacher's guide, you didn't see it, do it, teach it. Teacher's guide. In school, they just hand the substitute teacher the teacher's guide. The substitute teacher fails to read the textbook, and then the substitute teacher reads the teacher's guide. For example, Lecture 18, Day 18, November 18, Tuesday, November 18, Day 18, hashtag 26 days of Grok 4, ducking BK. This is the teacher's guide. Where's the textbook? The textbook exists in the real world, which is, why is everything so fucked up? Oh, I've got answers to that. You just asked another question that was a cliche question. This is all the value of all 26 days in one sentence. Predict people's questions, make money. Predict retarded people's questions and help retarded people. Predict, which is what Dwight did, ask a rich person question. Predict very rich people like Dwight On's question and make a lot of money. Because what we're doing is we're predicting questions right out of page 62, page 64, page 67. You see, questions are the answers. And instead of saying, Hail Mary, we should be saying, Hail Larry's YouTube channel. Because I'm spelling out for you hopelessness turned into money, relentlessness, hopelessness mitigating haplessness. I'm hopeless, Larry, so that's why I self-medicate. I'm hopeless, Larry, that's why I masturbate 6 times a day. Did you see my boob selfies? I masturbate 6 times a day. That's amazing. Hail Mary! Hail Larry! Oh my God, you made the same joke I made. You made the same joke. Now what's gonna bake your noodle is, did I read your joke and say it, or did I let Mike Bada talk shit? Because page 132, page 127. You see, that's trying to out alpha an alpha male doing cliche beta male things, which is Hail Larry, full of shit, prayer hands, because what you're doing there is you're being a cliche beta male with value getting shoved into your ear hole. You then say, not thank you, which you should say, but then you think, oh, I'm not going to say thank you. I'm going to pretend that what he said wasn't genius. What did I say that was genius? This is what I said. Once you realize questions are the answer, once you know that questions are the answer, once you realize that questions are the answer, you now have hope. Once you realize that the better the questions that you ask, the better your life becomes. That's page 62, limitless. That's page 64, limitless. Carlos Coelho, good job moderating your own brain. Do you guys like how I turned Mike Badabuda into a moderator? Why? Because I'm gonna promote energy. This is the teacher's guide. Old teachers would say, bad Mike, bad beta male Mike, bad Mike, bad student, too much testosterone. But you had the audacity, the confidence, and the energy to say, Hail Larry, full of shit, when you heard the most valuable thing you've ever heard in any YouTube. Normally, you'd be put in timeout because I want you to reset your brain. But instead, I'm going to promote you. Why? Because YOLO, you only Larry one video. YOLO, you only YOLO Larry one video. Yeah, Mike, you could moderate your brain. You see, you treated me shitty, and you thought that you were going to get a dopamine response. You got a dopamine response if you don't make 800K with 8 videos. You're a retard. Let me repeat that. If in the next 7 videos, this is video 1, if you don't make $800,000, you didn't put pen to paper. This video just started for you. The reason this video is valuable is because page 62, questions are the answer. I know you can't read 1.0 book because you can't listen to watch one Larry Chang video. This is entertaining as fuck. This is entirely the most valuable video you've ever come across. This video is structured so that way you don't have to watch another video, you don't have to enter a secret paywall, jump over by paying $62,000. No, the only wall that's required is for you to FAFO, which is QAQO, question around and question out, fart around and finance out. Are these hilarious jokes? So stop trying to throw your own money away. You're number one, LOL, you're number one. So when you say Beanie Babies, I was trying to out alpha male Ty Warner. I had to be homeless at New York Fashion Week. You said Beanie Babies. This is Beanie Babies. So we're at New York Fashion Week. The entire hotel on the island, that's Manhattan, it's an island. The entire island is sold out of hotel rooms because it's New York Fashion Week. So, using my methodology of not having to fuck around and not having to find out, because we're about to make magic happen. We go to a hotel that's incredibly expensive. Why? They always have hotel rooms. Why? They sell 100% of their hotel rooms. They don't sell 130% of your hotel rooms. I ask, hey, can I waitlist myself for a hotel room? They're like, we actually have one available. I'm like, cool. They're like, it's a little bit larger than what you'd think you'd expect. I'm like, oh, what do you mean? They tell me, our hotel that's available, it's the Ty Warner Suite. The Ty Warner Suite? What? Why do you call it the Beanie Baby Suite? That's how I found out who the alpha male was. Yeah, kind of got a little scared, didn't ya? So, instead of throwing Hail Marys by trying to drag down a alpha male, we're instead going to alpha and ape into money, which is, look, Mike, if you don't make $800,000 with that obviously large amount of testosterone while receding hairline, because that's why you're angry. You're angry because, hey, I made Larry take off his hat. He has amazing hair. Now I'm angry. I'm angry. I'm wearing a hat right now and I'm angry. That's you throwing Hail Marys such as go get your fucking Beanie Babies. So you might think that Ty Warner isn't an amazing entrepreneur. I'm here to tell you, you should try to get 73 bank accounts. Why 73? Because the FDIC only insures 250K. That's why. Which is the reverse psychology, which is asking Dwight's question, Hail Mary, only macro. Because when Dwight, you asked a reverse psychology question by asking only macro questions. Why? Because I'm handing out $800 bills, you're not picking it up. Hail Mary, macro. Solution? Micro. Hail Mary, it's going to be quantum. Oh, the reason quantum is hilarious is look at how many people here in the chat are trying to quantum leap as if they're quantum physicists, where from a quantum perspective, 4 years of college is a lifetime away. That's why quantum, if there's ever a group of people to not think quantum, that would be people that are 6 years short, Mike, of a 4-year degree. How close to home does that hit? No worries, you're back to being moderator. No worries, you're back to being moderator. If you're 5 years away from a 4-year engineering degree, stop trying to think quantum because you are the opposite of quantum. That's what I was. I was the opposite of quantum. Later, I quantum leaped, but that was only a magic trick becoming the #1 VC. Quantum is a lie because my quantum leap in venture capital, that was due to page 67. It was due to page 67. Why? I predicted that people would have this as a question, which is, who's going to teach CS183D? You see, all of AI, it's just predicting what you're going to ask and then spooling it up before you ask it. That's basically what AI is. You think it's going to go search for, hey, what's Miami Art Basel? What's Larry Chang's role in it? How did he help somebody on day 13 for CS183 Art Basel? CS, computer science, 183, art, like arts and crafts, Basel, B as in boy, ASEL. Hashtag CS183 Art Basel. You see, AI has already got these answers for you. So I was AI before the AI founder asked an Asian intelligent question, which is, who at Stanford, who at Stanford, who at Stanford, who at Stanford, who at Stanford is going to teach CS183D? That would be distribution. Good morning, Jake Taylor. We're talking about default Hail Marys, predicting Dwight's question for, hey, is AI a bubble? Cool. Pay me $800. Not you. You're going to tell people, hey, I used to have that question too. Pay me $800. And then we just come up with day 15. We come up with 3 days in a row to answer, hey, is AI a bubble? Cool. November 15, February 5, May 1, May 2, May 3. You see, those 3 dates signify something significant, which is when people are trying to make a Hail Mary leap using quantum copium, they think maybe tomorrow I'll magically pull my nose out of my ass. No, your head will still be up your ass, except if you YOLO'd, which is you only Larry one video, YOLO. This is the YOLO. This is the most genius thing you'll ever hear anywhere, which is the journey of yourself to the lowest financial goal ever, which is 800K or $800. It's not a journey of 1,000 steps, because it fucking is. It's also 1,000 steps within the construct of 3 specific days. You see, Confucius was the smartest human on the planet. That's why it would always be Confucius say, Larry Chang smart. Confucius say, Larry Chang is better at sports than you, but just because that's true doesn't make his physics prowess less powerful. Confucius say, put your panties on the ground. Confucius say, funny jokes. Because the journey to your first financial goal of $800, it isn't 1,000 steps away. It should have taken place at the end of one video the first time you watched a video. But you see, the way that your brain is wired is you can't read, you're a book virgin. The way your brain is wired is, Larry, I watched YouTube videos I'm a virgin. I've never done a business deal. I lie about my sexuality. I'm a liar. So instead of me browbeating you, throwing homo Hail Marys towards me, trying to get me to be gay so that way I can be your sugar daddy, know that, one, you can just admit this incredibly powerful truth, which is, Larry, YOLO. I'm 19 years away from a 4-year Stanford engineering degree in industrial engineering that they had to rebrand to be management science and engineering. Just say that. Once you say it with me. Larry, I'm a retard. Help me help myself. Help me no longer think that, oh, I'm genius. Oh, I'm valuable. Oh, I'm a powerful woman. This is why I'm the vagina whisperer. This is why I'm the vagina whisperer. This is why I'm the vagina whisperer, is I get women to say that because they already were thinking it, because I look like sugar daddy, okay, incarnate. Now I have to unplug her from her triumvirate, quatumvirate, pentumvirate, which is her 3 best friends, her 5 best friends, her octovirate, which is her 8 best friends. Are we making up words like we did yesterday? Yeah, because this is what I then get hot girl to do, which is mushy, mushy, mushy. We showing off day 17's point number 2. Day 17, point number 2, turbo hike. What is mushy, mushy, mushy? Oh my God, Larry, did you just explain to me quarterbacking? You see, we are the quarterbacks of 11 to 20 things, currently one shitty thing. What are we quarterbacking? We're quarterbacking our bank accounts. Right now, you don't have 3 bank accounts. You have 1.5. That one that you have, they're thinking about canceling you because you're dropping below the minimum balance required to possess an account. Once you admit that, then you can put this on your treasure map, which is, Larry told me to YOLO into 3 bank accounts. Why? Because if you have $600,000 and you put it all in one bank account where some hoe with your PIN can drain it $300 at a time, because that's what your ATM limit is, you are still retarded, but at least now you're rich and retarded. 600K, you want to put it into 3 accounts, so that way when the bank collapses, macro, you will be protected because the bank protects the first $250,000. Is this video the most valuable video you've ever watched? Because you're throwing a Hail Mary hoping that it's quantum. You're throwing a Hail Mary thought, that's not good. Think this way, which is micro. And before you joke about micro penises, know that I reverse engineered that too. Micro being microeconomic, in case you're too shy to ask questions. Macro as in macroeconomic, if you're too shy to ask questions, that's also a problem. Is if you didn't know I was talking about microeconomic, your bank account, because you got worried. Your butt hymen just tightened like your sphincter and your pelvic floor muscles, because you're like, ruh-roh, Larry just said $800,000. I'd be happily willing to pay $10,000, but I don't have $10,000. Literally, your butt puckered because you wanted to pay $10,000 for $800,000. That's why your butt puckered. Your butt's going to pucker even more because I'm reading your thoughts. Because, one, why are you watching without liking? Two, this is a $0 video. Fuck you for thinking I was going to charge you. And because I'm between your ears right now, you're not even saying thank you. And that's going to spook and cause your brain to paralyze. But I don't care. I do care. Just say thank you. Oh, what a good question. What a good question. It's the expanded one, but you don't own either book. It doesn't matter. But that is a good question, actually. That is a good question. Jake Taylor chiming in. Carlos Coelho, that was a good question. Jake Taylor chiming in saying, LOL. Who's watching actively this much without liking? I don't get it. I don't get it. On Wednesdays and Mondays, I drop new episodes. I'm thinking about retiring and going off into the sunset. Yeah, we can make jokes about that, but that's quantum, where you're throwing a Hail Mary, hoping for, you're hoping. You're quantum coping. Oh, quantum copium? That would be day 1, point 1. Restart, quarterback hike, which is point 1, quantum copium, day 17, hashtag 26 days of OpenAI, hashtag 26 days of Grok 4 ducking BK, day 17, quantum copium, hut, turbo hike. See, what we're doing is we're not demoralizing Hail Mary people who are throwing homo Hail Marys. We're not Hail Marying, hey, perfectly on point to the script, a hero is going to come save me. I'm not your hero. I do not plan on saving you. I don't know if I would walk across the street to throw you a dinghy walking across the BVI Strait. There's this pathway of water by the British Virgin Islands. I would not throw you a dinghy off of my mega yacht to save you. That's the corollary to I would not walk across the street to pee on you if you were on fire. That's gross. Why are you even on fire? If you're on fire, I'm running the other direction because I told you not to fire. Oh yeah, you don't want to own any depreciating asset. This is a metaphor for British Virgin Islands. If you were drowning, I would not throw a dinghy from the yacht that I was standing on. Why? Why would I ever own a depreciating asset? Thank you for doing page 127 and page 132. Default Hail Mary, which is page 127, page 132. Because what you're doing is you're not realizing that this is day 18, hashtag 26 days of Grok 4 ducking bankruptcy. By saying what you say, it's, there you go. This is your second video. This is your second video today. This is amazing. And also, thank you for telling me that you're from a third world country. My socks are made in America. This is how athletes wear clothes, is they take clothes that are direct from the manufacturer, wear them, they get dirty, and then we throw them out. Good job moderating your own thoughts. You don't have a mega yacht named Little Emperor 5. Why did I name them in inverse order? Why? Because it's hilarious. I don't want a bigger boat. I realized this story. The happiest day of your life come in twos. One, buying your mega yacht. The second happiest day of your life, which is the happiest day of your life, is when you sell your yacht. US socks are also dirty without washing. Oh, okay. So right out of, hey, professional athletes, you should wash your new clothes before wearing them. So thank you for chiming in from Venezuela, Cuba, or some third world shithole like the Dominican Republic. And thank you for playing such good soccer, football, soccer, baseball, and sometimes basketball. So thank you. Instead of throwing Hail Marys where we get away from our agenda, which is day 18, hashtag 26 days of Grok 4 ducking bankruptcy, realize we're going to take that risk of wearing fresh socks from Under Armour just like a dress. So when you buy a dress from Neiman Marcus, do you dry clean it before you wear it, or do you just wear it directly? You see, you're not going to be able to convince rich people as a poor person by dragging. Your socioeconomic language is called dragging, where you're trying to do, you're not trying to do, you're actively doing page 127, page 132, where you're mentoring me about chemicals as a person who is 8 years away from a 4-year chemical engineering background, which I have. Let me repeat that because that's page 127, page 132. The reason I know that you're poor, absolutely, this is why. Because if you were rich, you'd be like, wow, this video is going to help me get richer. You see, by you even asking that, if you were rich, you would say, Larry, this video is amazing. You wouldn't be doing page 127, page 132ing, because if you were rich, which you are not, and you will be. Plus, you didn't say thank you for me making you a moderator. Now you're demoted. If you were rich, you would say page 132 of what book? And then you also didn't deny the chemical engineering insight, ditto the risk mitigation. You're welcome for your dopamine hit. Let's move on. Hail Mary, a sugar daddy will save you. Hail Mary, Larry Chang's content will save me. You see, if you were rich, you would think, how is Larry going to help me preserve my $32 million because I kept on making money after 800K? Rich people are constantly asking another rich person how they're protecting money. You don't think that owning a yacht is even possible. This is your second video, and you saw the genius in the socks. The socks maneuver, it's incredibly genius. Yet instead of saying, Larry, you've got game, you instead wired it to be somehow a negative. So this is against the 3 laws of thermodynamics, because once you wire the good to the bad, you are trying to justify why you're poor. You see, your things are inverted, not commenting about your sexuality. You be you, you do you. What you're doing is you're wiring up to down, down to up. You're primarily mentored by, it feels like, a woman, not multiple women, just a woman. you could argue those things. You could argue those things, but but where is the male figure in your life? Where's the male figure in your life? Where's the male figure in your life? You see, what's great about YouTube is the comments in a Larry Chang video on what they don't teach you in school. They're unmoderated, they're unfettered. In fact, when you come in and talk low socioeconomic language, I'll promote you to moderator. I'll pin your negativity. Why? I'm encouraging you to talk more. When you talk more with limitless power, limitless filter, you reveal who you are. You can't help it. This is just how the human brain works. You reveal who you are and where you're going. Now that you're telling me who you are and where you're going, I can then bake your noodle by leading you somewhere better. This is called character compassing. This is called day 18. Let's use AI, Asian intelligence, and let's avoid bankruptcy. You're poor. Because what you should be saying, instead of, Larry, how do you know I'm poor? Just because you've got only negative 14K in debt doesn't make you rich compared to people that have negative 2 billion in debt, because you are living in a socialist construct. Socialism for rich people, socialism for poor people. You in the upper middle class, because you're intelligent, you're getting fucked. But don't worry, the whole system is driven even to get the rich people to go bankrupt. Welcome to the fourth turning, built upon the 3 laws of thermodynamics. Is this valuable? Heck yeah, it is. Hail Mary, Larry Chang content will save me. I can't even make up the fact that I'm reading that in order. I can't even make that up. So this is where your treasure map is a fake map, because you're literally doing quantum copium. So you watched yesterday's video because you mentioned my socks. Point number 1 from yesterday's video is quantum copium, because you're trying to quantum leap to your next watch. I don't even want to know what your current watch is. Don't show it, don't say it. You might be a kidnapping victim, not because I'm going to come kidnap you, but because if you are half as rich as you say you are, living in the squalor near the big city that has a decent amount of crime, that's not the game that we're playing right now. That's this game. It's called quantum copium. So you admitted that you watched the video yesterday. Just learn from this. It's called quantum copium. While on topic to Larry Chang's content will save me. Thank you for making this video the most amazing video ever, which is when you said, oh, but Larry, don't you realize that a $32 million watch is going to be my next purchase? You're quantum leaping into the juxtaposition of money out equals money in, because I haven't heard anything about you wanting more money in. You're not rich. You see, if you were rich and becoming poor, you'd say, Larry, what would you invest in? Because that's how rich people get poor, is they do investments. But rich people getting richer, becoming Larry Chang's friend, or I'm becoming your best friend where I don't even know your name, would be, hey, it feels like you can make money without investing money, Larry. Is that true? Then you're a rich person wanting to make money without any money out. You haven't even mentioned investment. Therefore, you are the financial status that I read before. You see, you've said 30 to 35 things. 0 involve trying to multiply your money. Now, granted, multiplying your money is actually an incorrect frame of mind. Let me repeat that. This video just became the most amazing video ever because you're quantum leaping. There you go. Exactly. You're not richer than a person that owes $2 billion because that person who owes $2 billion, they're richer than you. This is anti-gravity. Now you understand the 3 laws of thermodynamics because your brain's in a puddle. Exactly. Perfectly on cue, you're back to being moderator. Perfectly on cue, you're back to being moderator. You speak in riddles. I don't know why I talk to you about investments. That's perfect. That's perfect. That is perfect. You surrendering, that's the surrender. Once your brain surrenders, you get to moderate. You see, your 32 unit watch, you're mixing up rich people money out, rich people money in, which is why this video is micro, which is why I dominate my entire economic region with an IQ of 88. It makes Ivy League people depressed when I show up. Because 1, I show up super athletic, 6'5", wearing brand new athletic clothes that I did not wash because I'm not a third world inhabitant. I live in Silicon Valley. I run shit with an 88 for an IQ. You're doing quantum copium, day 17. Today is day 18. Hail Marys. You've thrown 60 Hail Marys. What's a Hail Mary? See, you don't play professional football. You don't realize how professional football works. You think football is kicking a ball. We're talking about billionaire football. We're talking about Hail Marys. You see, a Hail Mary is how poor people try to score a touchdown. They try to throw it as far as they can, in your case, 12 yards. So they try to throw a football 12 yards, hoping to make a touchdown, not just for 6 points, not just for 7 points, which is you again doing page 132, page 127, where you're not hearing the genius things. Thank you for helping me make this video the most amazing, because every time you talk, you're trying to out alpha an alpha male doing typical playbook plays of a beta male, rational male, page 127, the rational male, page 132. And this is not me running circles around you with a 488 for an IQ. It is. But it's also me running circles around you using point number 2 from a video you watched yesterday, which is Moshe, Moshe, Moshe. You see, you're doing everything from yesterday, which is why you're watching this video and trying to escape the beta male zone. This video to you should be, it should be this. You should be getting me that $32,000 watch in this agreement. Hey Larry, I'm gonna use day 18 to make $650,000, 65 cents. When you hit that dollar figure, you buy me that watch. If you write that out, you will be buying me a watch and you will be making 650K. But you're not going to do it because you're stuck on page 127, page 132. At least now everyone else is convinced that I don't have a $145 workshop because I'm ripping a brand new watch that I probably won't even open because I think expensive watches and being a watch guy is gay. I think it's gay. I think it's gay. Plus, a nice watch is like trying to pick up women in a Mercedes. You can do better with a completely paid off Hyundai. This is how the world is wired right now. I don't make the rules. I just made up the game. Cold open Yahtzee, which is women get intimidated when a 34 to 39-year-old guy drives up in a Mercedes going, hop in, I want to hang out with you. But if you've got a Hyundai or are in an Uber or Lyft Hyundai and you say, hey, I have enough money for my Uber Hyundai, I want to hang out with you. She will laugh and say, can I get in? This is how 2 girls, 1 cup of knowledge works. I think that was day 7. Don't quote me. So, commit to, look at you. Look at you. Look at you, you man crusher. Someone's got a crush. Oh, that would be, a hero will save me. Oh, Larry's my hero. Larry's my hero. I saw you with a platinum Rolex. I saw you with a 2-tone Jubilee. I saw you with a Submariner. My God, that's embarrassing, dude. That's embarrassing. You should be embarrassed. This video is amazing though, is it not? You want $650,000, you put in the chat that watch. You're buying me that watch after you get to 650K. Say it. Say it in the chat. That's not even a legal contract. It is a legal contract. Say it. Say it. Say it. Say Larry Chang is my reverse sugar daddy. Day 15, hashtag 23 days of South by Southwest. God, Jesus, and Augie Garrido are shining down upon me because Augie Garrido, 2-tone Rolex. Do you feel the sun? Do you feel the sun? Like I am hitting my lighting. Jesus Christ and God are my DP, my director of photography. You see, I did not pray the prayer, Lord, please give me some random stupid watch that I will probably never wear. It'll just sit in the box along with the other things that millionaires give me because I am the muse, which is the Vacheron 222 stainless, okay, for $32 million. Oh yeah, it's $32 million because I priced it in Bitcoin. That watch is worth 1 Bitcoin. 1/3 of Bitcoin. It's worth 1/3 of Bitcoin. Break. Vacheron 222 stainless. Turbo hike. This is the deal. Put it down. This video just became even more amazing. Weren't you wearing a Rolex? It's cool that you have a man crush. This is actually how women hit on dudes. This is page 127, page 132. You're not so awesome standing over there all tall and shit. Wait a minute. That's how you're going to say hi to me? That's how you're going to say hi to me? Is that I'm not very tall and I'm not very good looking? This is literally how women will cold approach. They'll come up and be like, oh, you think you're all hot where 13 women already talked to you. Is that what you are? A gigolo? True story, drunk girls, they will try to knock the price down. They'll try to knock the price down. They will try to reduce and mitigate the value that they're wanting to swallow, consume, eat up. That's quantum copium, is the 5'8", 165-pound girl with the communist genes rolling up with a dose of quantum copium with a heterosexual Hail Mary. Larry Chang will save me. He looks like he could be my future sugar daddy. Look at that watch that he's wearing. That's a Vacheron 222 stainless. I hear guys who wear that watch got it given to them in this financial arrangement, which is, you should make $650,000 with the amount of testosterone that you're throwing around, with the amount of shit that you're talking. You will? There you go. This is how you're gonna make the money. 2 girls, 1 cup of legal knowledge. Oh my God. You just saw literally the skies parting and then the sun shining when I gave you the ta-da moment. Like, God's literally shining a light in your face while screaming at you to pray this first prayer. Father, Lord, thank you for today. Thank you for new friends. Thank you, quite honestly, okay, for my amphibious, ambidextrous sporting ability. Thank you. And thank you, Lord, for Quinn Matthews as my mentor. Ditto Chris Bubich. Ditto Jacob Palish. Ditto Jack Little. Everyone's giving me credit for them making the professional league called The Show, aka Major League Baseball, aka NFL football. Why? Because I made fun of Stanford football being my local Bible study, because it's a Bible study. Football, baseball. Football, baseball, Bible study. Father, Lord, thank you for David Mills making fun of quarterback room by a dude who's never played 1 inning of Division I football. David Mills having a terrific football game, Stanford alum. Father, Lord, thank you for my brain and my ability to take notes and my ability to learn from random undergrads who are DEI, defensively excellent infielders. Tim Tawa, Tommy Edman, and let's not forget my mentor, Nico Horner. I always knew that Augie Garrido should have played me at quarterback, or quarterback of the infield, aka shortstop. But it turns out 4-limb load was new to me. That's why Nico Horner will be hitting me fungo, not taking grounders with me. Defensively excellent infielder, 4-limb load, where we have 2 limbs normally to load, but I didn't know that we could push off the ground after we dove for a baseball. Hashtag 4-limb load. Father, Lord, thank you for my infinite amount of baseball ability. Thank you. Like, I'm honored. Also, Father, Lord, if in the year 2105 you want to have me magically knowledge activate Jesus and God being real, it'd be great if I could throw 99 miles per hour with my left arm and my right arm. No, Lord, I don't plan on exercising 9 hours a day to work on pliability. I would like this ability magically to just shine into me, being able to pitch back-to-back no-hitters, throwing 7 pitches, 3 spots, all varying at 99 miles per hour, plus or minus 8 miles per hour, so that way I can upset timing. Jesus, how well timed is this prayer? Because it feels like I'm reading a script. Thank you for my brain. Thank you for new friends. And thank you for, I'm not sorry. You're welcome for me introducing you to people that were raised Catholic and now don't believe in God because they had to watch their ass in their Cardinal driven, not Stanford Cardinal driven, I mean, well, you know what I mean. So thank you for them praying their first prayer as an adult. And are we praying really for money? Really? Yeah. Yeah. That's why you talk about money so often in the Bible. Remember, Larry Chang so loved money so much and loved Jesus that Larry Chang wanted to have you have more money. Father, Lord, thank you for all that money. Thank you, Lord, for all that future money. And Lord, please protect my brain from the downside of having too much money, because I'm really just stewarding it. I'm not going to take any of it with me. Well, I am going to steward it using computer science because I feel called to do that, which is a video game like Ready Player One, which we're doing right now, which is Dungeons and Dragons, the Christian version, for Hail Marying our way into YOLOing a single-digit number of $100. Father, Lord, I know that people are feeling economic hardship, and this video is a gift. This video is a blessing that some people don't deserve, but we all deserve your blessing, which is you passing away incarnate. Thank you for that. And thank you, Lord, for giving me so much talent that I think I can pray Lucifer back into heaven. Oh, is that Endgame? Oh, at Rapture, I'm not wanting to stay behind. Although I do kind of like the game on hard mode, so I do understand. Father, Lord, thank you. We'll see you soon. 2098, plus or minus, plus, not minus, plus or minus 4. In Jesus' name we pray, amen. Killed it, like Ricky Bobby. Hail Mary, my brain is theological, philosophical. This video is amazing. Solution, monk mode. Are you going to write the financial agreement in this? Also, since we're bringing up digit 0, are you going to get your bank account number 4 off of the number 0? $650K for you. New stainless watch that I'll never wear for me. Put it in the chat. Solution, dating 0, number 0. Solution, a map. Solution, hashtags. Solution, morning pages. Write them out. Solution, expand on a prior. Solution, write 1 book. Solution, read 2 books. Solution,